This one was a bit of kismet, my little strangelings. I was in Michigan on matters unrelated to the spooky, but determined, nonetheless, to incorporate as much of the spooky into my travels when I came across this one. I was told no by one of the good friends I was traveling with. You can imagine her disappointment when we rolled up to a gas station where I was in dire need of a fill-up, only for me to look down and across the street and see the target of my haunted desires just sitting there at the edge of a park where it now resides. It's not a haunted jail, just a cell from the old jail, and it just sits out there right in the open, drawing teens, kids, and adults alike to see if they can experience something spooky themselves at night. We were in a rush the day I passed by it, and I was only able to grab some quick photos and footage, but that was enough to tell you the stories behind this place. Originally settled as a logging town in 1856, you can imagine that the requirement for a town jail was quickly established when the rough and rowdy crowd of loggers and lumberjacks tied one on at the end of a long day out in the woods, or worse, when they really cut loose on a Friday or Saturday night. Thus, the old Boyne City Jail was built, and it quickly cemented its reputation within the community as someplace you didn't want to be. Rumors of beatings, torture, and even at least one instance of one inmate being intentionally starved to death quickly started to circulate, and in some cases was more than enough to keep the rowdy nature of some of the men of Boyne Falls to a minimum. When the jail was torn down, somehow one of its old cells found its way to the corner of a playground off Nelson Avenue right behind a Veterans Memorial Park. Paranormal activity of all sorts is reported here, from audible moaning and groaning to ghost lights to faces and figures being captured in photographs, still incarcerated within the old haunted jail cell. People have also reported a sinister presence around the cell and an uneasy feeling to go with it, which I can't say is any real wonder with the history associated with it. If you're looking for an easily accessible haunted location in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, I highly recommend giving this one a try. I wish I had longer with it than just passing through. Hopefully, someday, I can go back for a more in-depth look.